Lesson 2, how to create a powerful call to action strategy. Email marketing strategies that work. So I want to share some ideas with you. This is an example of someone who have installed an email sign-up form on their website. But what I found to be really exceptional is instead of just having a button that says submit or request, they literally put a customization on that button that says join 100,000 subscribers. That is a very powerful strategy because that is getting instant credibility to somebody who may be on the fence as to signing up for their email newsletter or not. So it's a subtle way of you creating a call to action button that is going to be really highly convertible, right? So wanted to share this idea with you because I do think that it's pretty amazing and it's something that creates that credibility to get people off the fence. Another good strategy for email is to have a free offer. So again, instead of just having a form at the bottom of your website that says click here to sign up for our newsletter, which I see all the time. So many of my clients come to me and they wonder why they don't have more email subscribers. And I'm asking them, well, what are you giving away in exchange for their email address? Because if you don't have something of value, people aren't going to just give you their email address for the heck of it, right? They want to know that they're giving it to you because you're giving them something that they want. So here's a great example of a free offer. And it says, get your free 5-point checklist to write a perfect post. Sometimes it's nice to get back to the basics to improve every single post you write. This checklist will help you optimize every part of your post, keep your readers engaged, get more traffic, shares, and search results into your email here. Now, what they could have done instead of saying subscribe, they could have said something more exciting like the last call to action button. But I do love this strategy because, again, they're offering you this free guide. And what I also like is instead of just having the words, they also have a picture of the guide. I mean, that might not be the exact guide, but it just allows us to feel like we're receiving something tangible, even though we know it's going to be a PDF or a download. It just makes this product seem more real and it feels better to the potential customer who is looking to subscribe to your email. So I absolutely love this strategy, highly recommend it. Another great concept for email marketing is to bundle your offers. So here's a really cool idea. Here's their little editorial calendar. They got a wonderful graphic that really makes it seem like you're getting this big kit of information. It says, get our 15 most popular marketing planning guides for free to create awesome content faster than ever. And then you put your email in, you select your frequency, and there's that nice call to action button I like to see, get your free guides now. Again, instead of submit or subscribe, try to make that button more exciting. And then it also has something where it says almost there, simply provide your email to gain free access to 15 free marketing planning guides. And it even has a little progress button, which people love progress, right? So I don't know, there's something about getting that bar to 100% complete that just feels amazing. Probably is like a little secret dopamine hit, right? Because we've completed a task. So I really, truly love this concept because it just makes the person feel like, wow, how can I pass up this offer? There's so many great things and it's just, I have to get it. The next strategy is with email marketing, making it sticky. So sticky call to actions help increase conversions. So what's happening here is this website example has sticky share buttons, right? On the far left-hand side shows you that as they scroll down the page, those share buttons stay with them. So that's actually genius. So instead of waiting for them to scroll to the bottom or the top and then clicking to share, that stays with them. So no matter where in the journey they've decided to share, that button is available to them. The other item is the navigation remains as a constant subtle reminder. And so when they scroll down the page, that navigation scrolls with them. And this also has a very powerful statement, join over 40,000 blog subscribers, right? And so again, validation of why you're missing out. It's kind of that FOMO, fear of missing out, because, well, if everybody else is on here, why am I not on here? And so I love that call to action. Well, not call to action, I love that statement that really creates a testimonial that makes you feel like, Well, if everybody else is doing it, I need to do it too. So sticky call to actions do help increase your conversions. Also consider ways to share your offers. So here's an example. Course opens Monday. Get full VIP access to Twitter 1 million. The $2,500 traffic building toolkit. And number 2, you get a membership in the private traffic 1 million Slack group. So it also has that progress bar that I like. You're 50% of the way to VIP. So it has 2 steps. Step 1 is to share it on Twitter. So if you click the tweet button, then you've completed step 1. And it just says, if you want me to share what I already think will be an awesome course for more bonus content, easy done. So a lot of those statements work really well because it just automatically gets people saying yes, or automatically gets people thinking like, why wouldn't I do this? So instead of just to submit and do it right now, I mean, these are more compelling statements. And then even the one that says, never mind, I don't want the free bonuses, kind of like makes them feel somewhat guilty for not doing it, which is a psychological sales tactic. Step 2 says, email a friend. Give someone special the heads up. That's also really great copy. And then it says below, email it to a friend so they receive a personal invite to essentially join in. Very cool idea. Done. So again, this is a really cool strategy for driving people into a specific offer. And it gives them more steps that they can take, more things to accomplish, and it gives you the opportunity to have people do more things with your content. Another great strategy, this one says, get exclusive SEO tips that I only share with email subscribers. And then it even has a testimonial there that says, I thought the blog was good, but the newsletter, even better. Amazing. Literally love this. And then you put in your email address and you say, try it. I'm not sure that I would say try it. That seems a little passive, but I do absolutely love this solution. So instead of just having that boring subscribe to our newsletter, like you're telling them no reason to do it. Why do I care? No, I don't want to. But this one is amazing. Get exclusive SEO tips that I only share with email subscribers. And then in addition to that, they have a testimonial. Fantastic, love it. The other great email marketing strategy is to do a free webinar. So obviously all of these strategies that I'm teaching you are about increasing the people that subscribe. And that is the key to your success, because you really do need people to subscribe to your newsletter. And one of the fastest ways that I found to get more email subscribers is to do a free webinar. So you can get email leads by offering these. You can offer webinars on different products or services. You can add them to an email autoresponder program that relates to that product or service to close that sale. So for example, I own several companies. One of my companies is called the Franchise Success Team. And this is the company where I work with franchisors and franchisees to improve their marketing. And if I was smart, I would actually consider doing a webinar on how to grow your franchise business with social media marketing. I would create that webinar. The title would speak to the franchisee and or franchisor. I would promote that webinar through LinkedIn, which we learned about in our beginner class. I would post it as an event on LinkedIn. I can invite particular industries, so I could literally target the consumer goods industry for invitations. And now I've got my webinar in front of the exact target audience. I'm literally inviting them to this webinar. They're signing up to register. They've agreed to be added to my email list. Now I know that all the people that are joining this webinar are actually franchisees or franchisors. And now once they join my email list, I would create a special list called franchise leads that would be added to my list. And then I would write specific content that would go to them in an autoresponder about the problems they face in marketing as a franchise. And that's how you would close a sale. So that's how you take from step A to Z. And webinars actually are one of the best ways to get tons of leads. And so I really highly recommend this strategy. So just be thinking about the type of webinar that you could create. And that's something you're going to be doing in your next exercise. Email marketing strategies that work: contests and giveaways. So you can get email leads by offering your product and or service as a giveaway. You can add them then to your email autoresponder program that relates to that exact product or service. And for the non-winners, you can offer them a coupon for a percentage off to still buy it. and close that sale. This is genius. So you can literally give away your product. Only one person wins. You may have 500 people that wanted to win. They get added to an email list because they're interested in that product. You drip market to them about that product and why they should still buy it. And not only that, but you're giving them a coupon code to go ahead and buy it. So it's kind of a no-brainer. That's one of the best ways to convert leads. So I'm going to introduce you to a tool called Opt-in Monster. And in my opinion, it's a must-have tool to help boost your email leads. Let's take a look. So I actually have Opt-in Monster installed on my website. And it's probably not going to pop up because I've already visited my website today. But the idea is that when you come to the home page, a little form pops up for a free guide, and it'll show up here in the corner. Since I've already visited the website, it's already been triggered. But let me show you what it looks like. I also have this tied into a specific blog page, which is really cool. Just going to pause for one moment as I log out. Yes, so I wanted to show you kind of how this works and how you can set this up with your Opt-in Monster. This is not a free tool. I do think that it does have some free options, but in my opinion, it's well worth the investment because all the things that are important can be done through this tool, and that's capturing leads. So this tool will allow you to create a pop-up so that if somebody comes to your website, it pops up with a little message, like that's typically what you would see on our website. You can do a floating bar. So this is that sticky thing that we were talking about. They can do a full screen, like you can't miss it. It's a huge screen that pops up with an offer. It can be the inline, which is the sticky one as well. And you can have a slide-in form. And you can also do games. And that's something that you have to upgrade your account for. Typically, I don't really do the game, but I do love the pop-ups. So now what's also cool is you can sort through featured templates, right? So pretty well templates that are used often. And then you can also look at the latest templates, which this is really cool to see. They have a Valentine's Day template. Don't want to upgrade, let me go back, but I can preview that template and take a look. So that's kind of nice if you're not a huge design person and you want something that's ready to go. Cyber Monday, Memorial Day, Father's Day, so you can see that they have templates already. And then you can choose the device. If you're only going to be doing your ad on a particular type of platform, you can choose that. And then there's a category filter. So you can decide, what am I trying to do? Are you trying to grow your email list? Okay, these are the ones that we suggest, and so forth. So I'm going to go ahead and choose one of the featured ones. And let's just take a look at the options. So you can preview the template. This is one that we actually use on our website. It literally matches our colors, so that's pretty helpful. But you can customize all the colors, so that's totally fine as well. So let's go ahead and use this template. We can just name it test. And then we need to choose which website we're going to put this on. So here we are in the template builder for your email system. This is the design section. So you have a few different options. You can have an opt-in page, and then you can have a success page. So this is the page where they put their email address in, and once they successfully submit it, then they get to a success page. And you can alter this. So I really don't want to have the opt-in have their Facebook page on it, so I just remove it. You can also enable yes, no, which means that they say, yes, I need these tips, or no, thanks, I don't need these tips. So you can turn that on or off. Just depends on how you want to do it. I think it's kind of cool. Or you can just have it be right into an opt-in. So you have different ways that you can do it. But on the sidebar here, you'll see all of your design functions. So you could add video, you could add icons. If you upgrade, you can add a chat bot or a countdown. All kinds of really cool things you can do. So far, everything looks okay. The only thing that I might change, and I would just click into this widget, is maybe add another field, which would be a name field, right? And then you're good to go. You can change your submit button. Maybe you want to change the content. Yes, I need these tips. And the success script you can change. So you've got full control. There's also advanced, like the colors, everything I was saying about that you can change. And then you have your success page. So what I like to do here is edit it, because the call to action is please consider liking this on Facebook. But what I like to do is if I'm doing a free download, instead of sending it to their email address, I might actually have it be right here where it's a link that they can click on and it goes to a special page of my website where they can download that item. So instead of sending it to their email, I just let them get right into it on my website where they can download it on my website. Just depends on how you want to do this. Obviously, there's several different ways you could, but that's just my preferred way. But again, they are opting into the email, so you're still going to get them on email and you still can communicate with them. So you have all sorts of display rules that are really, really cool. And you can say, well, I want this to come popping up if they spend at least 5 seconds on my web page. I can trigger when it pops up. I can target who. There's all kinds of trigger options available. You can also say that if they're currently on this URL, right? So this is something that I like to do with my blogs. Like, for example, I'll say that I'll write a blog about how to win with email marketing, and then I'll look at all, first of all, I'll offer a free white paper, a free download that might say like 43 ways to win with email marketing. And I'll put that pop up on all of my blogs that talk about email marketing. So obviously, if they land on a blog that talks about email marketing and that's something that they're interested in, then I could literally say that this will only show up if they're on these pages. Yeah, show if it's on a specific page. So there's all sorts of things you can do. I also could show you, if I have it, the inside of my website, yes, would show you exactly how you can manage it either from the opt-in monster platform itself or within your website. So let me actually go back into my website for you and take a closer look at that so you can see it, how it looks. Because what you can do is actually install Monster, and you have to actually, if you have a WordPress website, you have to install the plugin into your website for it to connect and work, which is a pretty easy step. You just search for that plugin in the plugins directory, and then you can install it. And if you need help, you can just reach out to a web developer. It'd be super easy for them to do. And it does integrate with other web platforms, so you're not just limited to WordPress. It can be installed into most every website, any website really. So let me show you inside. So this is the inside of my WordPress Web Strategy Plus website. I click on Opt-in Monster, and here it's a little bit of a different experience. Might actually work a little better. But I can go in here and I can make all sorts of changes. Log out of this thing real quick. I'm gonna log out of something so it stops popping up on us. Okay, so yes, now I'm on the inside of my website where I can manage my opt-in monster here as well. So I've got a test one that we're creating. My email subject line hooks, these are existing. This is what it looks like. So it says, wait, grab your free guide, 43 hypnotic headlines to get more clicks. Take advantage of this 100% free extensive PDF guide to help you craft headlines to convert email subscribers. Yes, I need this free PDF. No, I don't want to grow my business. So this is what it looks like. That's the yes, no page. This is the opt-in page where get my free guide, 43 hypnotic headlines to get more clicks, enter your name, enter your email address. Yes, send me the PDF. And this is my success page where it says all done. Click here to access the guide. So they actually click here and it goes to a particular page on my website where they can just download the PDF. And that's what works best for me. But now I've added them to my email list, which is fantastic. So this is my other opt-in form that I've created, 21 proven ways to increase email leads. Learn the secrets that professionals use to dramatically increase their email subscribers. Yes, I need these tips. No thanks, I don't need any tips. The opt-in looks like this. Build an email list that will skyrocket your business. Enter your name here, enter your email here. Yes, I need these tips. And then the success page looks like this. Click here to download your content. And then again, it goes to that page. So I can really, create this content easily through my dashboard, whether it's on Monster's website or within my own tool. And of course, there's all those templates are, once you install it into your WordPress site, are available here as well. And you can see all the integrations. So you can actually integrate it to all sorts of platforms. So we actually use ActiveCampaign for our email. So it's automatically sending our leads to ActiveCampaign, which is fantastic. But you can see that it is working with several other emails and CRMs and remarketing tools. The list goes on and on. So most likely whatever you're using, it's going to have as an option. So yeah, I definitely think that this is something to consider. Let me see if I can show you some interesting ways that you can edit. Oh, what I want to show you is the output settings. Let me take a look at that. So see how within your dashboard, it kind of pushes you out to what looks like the actual website. What I wanted to show you is the output settings. And so this is really cool. I noticed that within the actual website, you are somewhat limited on how you can use it. Whereas if you're using it inside your website, it's a little bit more intuitive. So this is our test campaign, so I'm not going to really do any of these things, but look how cool this is. Never load campaign on selected posts or pages. So you can literally look at the pages that you have published for blogs on your website and you say, I don't want it to load here. And then it automatically can let you choose what pages you do want it to show up on. So this is what I was saying, where it's like if you have blogs that specifically talk about email marketing and you want this pop-up form that is about email marketing to show up, then you can select the pages or posts that you want them to show up on. You can also choose just a category. So I think one of our categories is literally just email marketing with 33 blogs. So I can just have it easily show up on all posts that are in that category. I can also have it show up on any blog that has a particular tag, such as email marketing. And I can also show it on other pages, on event categories, on front page, search pages, all sorts of ways. But the point is that, once you do this, you can also say all visitors and logged in users, visitors only, logged in users. So I don't really have people that are logged in, so I'm just going to say all visitors, save changes. So if they spend 5 seconds on the page and the display rules are that they're on these URLs, then this will show up. So imagine how powerful this could be and how easy this is, because obviously you have this opportunity to create all sorts of different strategies that tie into the products and services you offer and that will really convert leads on a particular journey. So that's why if you really think through the blogs you write in tandem with your emails, this can be very successful. So just wanted to make an introduction to the, take you back to that screen, opt-in monster. All right. And then finally, this is, like I said, an example of what it looks like on our website. Let's click to that screen. An email pop-up form is on the homepage of our site, which will collect the leads. Wait, grab your free guide, 43 hypnotic headlines to get more clicks. So if you're a first-time visitor and you're just on my website for 5 seconds, this is what you're going to see. And that's a great way for me to convert leads. So this is your time to do your social media workbook. You're going to go through the call to action strategies guide and brainstorm marketing ideas.